You're welcome, Waziri. We would like to know from your department the current status of pending bills, and I also hope that you have submitted all the documents that we requested, and later on we will also you will also supply us as per our TOR, so that we get the full documentation of the pending bills. We have a member who have joined us. I would like him to introduce himself.
I'm Mungeti Koske Vincent, nominated MCA, representing youth.
Also have a member.
Thank you so much, Chairman. I'm Rotich Moses, MCA representing Tendanasogat Ward, and a member to the committee.
Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Vincent Korir. I am the chair of this committee, and I'm also representing the great people of Londiani Ward. Kindly give us the status of pending bills in your department for the last 3 financial years. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Allow me to introduce the department first, and then I'll...
Shortly, for a few seconds. We have another member. Sorry for that.
Okay, it's okay.
Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, honorable members. I am Beatrice Chepkino, special elect.
Thank you. Kindly proceed.
Thank you. As I mentioned, this is the Department for ICT, Youth Affairs, Gender and Sports. And I want to say that this department plays a strategic and enabling role in driving the county's digital transformation, youth empowerment, gender inclusivity, and sports development. And I want to say that over the last 3 financial years, the years under review, that's 2022-23, 23-24, and 24-25, the department has implemented series of projects aimed at strengthening county-wide service delivery, infrastructure through technology, modernized public management, youth and sports infrastructure, upgrades, and enhance administrative efficiency. I want to say that following your request that we come to the county assembly and present in the ad hoc committee the pending bills. This report that I'm about to present presents a consolidated summary of all the projects undertaken by the department during the period under review. It includes details of contractors engaged, payments made, outstanding obligations as the pending bills, project locations, and documentation status. The report is aligned with the committee's objectives of establishing a true and fair review of the department's financial and project implementation position regarding the pending bills. I will, the document that I have here, I'll start with the detailed recurrent and development pending bills table, which is, it's as per the Select Committee of 2022 pending bills report record. So when you look at this detailed table, we have the columns that are there. We have the serial number, the supplier, the description, the amount in shillings, if there was anything that was paid, adjustment, bending, and then a remark towards the end. So I have a list of, you will guide me, Chair, if I'll go through one by one. But just in summary, I want to say that total recurrent pending bill here is that 1,004,108. For development is 15,619,679. That gives us a total of 46,623,787 shillings. So I stand guided whether I'll read through one by one. Sure. Okay. So I stand guided. Can I read one by one, or I summarize the way it is? Because we have, like for the first one, we have the Afritouch Safaris. A description of is provision of return and ticket, which was 76,200, and the pending is the same amount, 76,200. And just as I continue, Chair, and remember I've said this detailed table brings in everything, including the inherited and the accrued pending bills, even beyond the 2022-2023. And then shortly I'll proceed to the 2022-23 and the review years.
Coming to 2024-25, just in brief.
Okay.
Okay, you start from
This is a detailed one of
22-23.
Yeah, I'll shortly come to 22-23.
That's okay.
This is a total of of all the pending bills according to the report by the Select Committee of 2022 on pending bills report.
Okay,
So
proceed.
that is the one I've summarized as a total of 46,623,787, and that is comprised of the recurrent 31,004,108 and development 15,619,679.
Okay.
So do I go through one by one in the detailed list, or I proceed to 2022-2023?
Okay, Waziri, I know I've been out kidogo. I want you to guide me. The document that you are reading to us is what we have.
No, we have some copies on
You have the task force report.
No, this is the one,
Yeah.
the state of the bill as per the department. Yeah, so we can share, we have few copies here,
So, but,
same one.
okay.
but
Maybe you can request and supply the
Let me just search in the terms. And then you'll proceed. Your department is even, it doesn't have so much things, eh?
yeah, sure.
Wait, yeah,
So in brief,
It is
for the
not as-
detail pending, in brief for the detail pending, if you could see at a list from number 1, I think to number 10, those are, they have no documentation. But all the same we have to present, because as I said earlier on, this is what is in the list that was generated by the Select Committee of 2022
Yeah.
on pending bills report.
So from number
that
1
is
to
the
10,
status of it.
this one.
From number 1 to 10,
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out that when you look at the remarks, those ones have no documentation.
Okay.
And then when you look at from number 11 to 15, those are legible with the comments that have been placed there, with partial payment due to budget. For the ones, when you look at the third column, it shows it shows what
So
was
the
paid.
first one is recurrent. Is it recurrent? Number 1 to 10, and then from 11 to 15.
Yeah, and then it's development. So that is recurrent. Number 1 to 15 is recurrent.
Recurrent.
But within recurrent, we have those ones without documentation, and the ones now that are eligible based on the, you can see the comments at to your right side.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, for the eligible and the ones that were done partial payments, you could see like from 11, what was paid and the adjustments there for those
Okay.
ones. So that brings us to, the whole recurrent brings us to what was.
So for development, number 1 to 6, the total bill is 46 million. This is what you referred to initially.
Total recurrent
No, total for development is 15 million.
is 15 million.
So recurrent
26.
plus development is 46.
Yeah, so recurrent is that 1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and then after that, you proceed to development. So after development, I think it's what I've summarized. You can see at the end of the page, the total of 46,623.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
then-
now we come to,
So you now come to 2023, 24.
2023-24.
Okay. So you can,
2022-23, that is the
22-23.
first, yeah,
the first
the first
financial year.
financial year under review.
Yeah.
So you would, that has from number 1 to number 15, and I don't know, I also start
And this one is development,
it one by one.
Is it development?
Yeah, it's all of them.
20, or it is combined?
It's combined,
Okay.
yeah. That is
You will
combined.
not even read one by one, eh? What we do, I want to
Yes,
just
but
take you back.
what I'll just summarize here is
Yeah.
that all of them were paid. If you could see at
Yeah,
the
I've
payment
seen paid
status.
status.
Yeah,
I want to
But-
take you back to, and let me request the honorable members, number 1 to 15. From what you've given us, what we have here, number 1 to 15, that is recurrent. So how comes it doesn't have documentation? Like, for example, somebody who offered provision of return air tickets, African Touch Safaris. So how can somebody flew and the company was not even given documentation?
yeah, as I'll shortly give the CEO to shed light on that. And as I said earlier on, a number of these are inherited. These are historical bending bills. So still, CEO can add on that, the ones. You are particular on,
And what we wanted,
Yeah.
so that it is very clear, because if you indicate just this way, we do not know which financial year. If you inherited, it was meant for which financial year. So perhaps in all these,
yeah,
you need to indicate which financial year was that, because maybe even like Dapofro Supplies Limited, that's a company supplying and delivery of computers. Suppose somebody just made a fictitious request for payment, but there was not a single computer that was delivered.
we stand guided, Chair. We'll provide the
Sorry,
specific.
Chairman, for interruption. Waziri, I look at the dates of when the LSOs and LPOs were issued. All of them, from number 1 to 12, they are dating the same day. You mean this, all these services were provided on the same day? And all of them at the status level are undocumented?
Okay, thank you, honorable members. As you can see, the dates are the same, but the projects are as per what we were provided by the pending bills committee, but at the time of cleaning, trying to process, it was at that time when we wanted to process, and from that we received some comments from the technical procurement officers that they didn't have sufficient documents.
Inquire something from you. On the same, okay, we will wind this one so that, or let me make can I then request all this from what you've given us, Waziri, without financial years. We want to request, Moses is here, give us the financial years for all these claims of pending bills without documentation, all of them, including even development, because we don't know. And then, so I think that is what we need to know. But now I want to take you to this document Honorable Mutai has just raised.
Yeah.
So how comes there is an LPO or LSO, and in the status here, no documentation now? Is that possible? Or what does it mean, so? You have an invoice number, you have the date of giving the LSO stock LPO, and then on the status side, there is no documentation.
Honorable members, this, as I said, these are inherited pending bills, and it was with the onset of coming to the office, we inherited, and then we tried to initiate the process of payment. And in the process, we were advised by the procurement officers that we could not proceed on because they didn't have all the documents required to execute it to the fullest.
Bwana CEO, I don't understand you when you say you came to the office and And you've already procured some of the works, while it is very clear that first charge should be pending bills. Remember, I'm also one of those people who appropriated some amount to your department. And to date, I want to confirm that in the financial year 2024, Chairman, 24-25, I appropriated 1 million for the supply of some small supply of sports something kits. But to date, you chose to procure other things leaving behind the kits, like we budgeted. Now, how comes you are able to procure a lot of things that, and you are able to say that there are no documentation? The remarks that you've made based on the report you've tabled, stating no documentation, are these suppliers able to supply goods or services without any documentation in your knowledge? Just by word of mouth, or what do you mean when you say no documentation? Can you make us understand this?
Thank you, honorable members. We have a report to that effect indicating the missing documents for every item. That is why we could not proceed on with those. And answering to the point you've mentioned, actually, it was affected by the supplementary because we had initiated some of the activities, but in the process, upon the supplementary budget, it affected some of the activities.
Remember, these are the ones that I'm saying, CEO, you need to be very candid. I think before Mheshimiwa here, it is good to be on record and to be very honest. This is something that I didn't appropriate in the supplementary one. I appropriated in the main budget. You know, differentiate the supplementary and the main budget. Now, if you didn't see probably somewhere in the main budget, how could you procure all this? Because I'm looking at probably, let's say development, for example. I've seen you procure a lot of things here. And again, you've indicated no documentation, and you are the one who procured. Remember, can you tell us, for example, construction of executive toilet, no documentation? Number two, I'm only giving you 3 instances. Supply, delivery and commissioning of data center, 7 million, no documentation. Construction of executive toilet again, and bathroom. I think this is some reputation, but I don't know, no documentation. What do you mean when you say no documentation? Can you make us understand together with Dr. Baba Mazia before we proceed? Because this is very serious. How can you say no documentation and you are the one who gave out the supply of these goods and services? Can you tell this committee? What is it?
Thank you, honorable member.
Yeah.
For the first item, construction of executive toilets, supply and delivery of data center, and construction of executive. Actually, these are the ones which you are saying we inherited, and actually, upon on the
maybe I wish to interrupt you a bit, so that for purpose of record, and I think there is another microphone that is on. Okay. So that we proceed well. There was a task force on issues relating to pending bills.
Yeah.
Are these pending bills appearing in the task force report?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that we could consider a way forward in concentrating in 2021, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, and 24, 25.
Yes, Your Honor. And actually, the comment was indicated, the projects were listed the way it is, and then now the missing documents were indicated.
Now, you know, you are the principal accounting officer in that department. Principal accounting officer. While Waziri here is the principal advisor to the governor on matters ICT, youth affairs, gender inclusivity, and all those that appertain to your department. 2 years down the line, you're still telling us that there are no documentation. There are no, where are we headed? Do you only own that department?
Okay.
Now, Chairman, I think so that you answer both. when you tell this committee, when I ask you, say you are saying no documentation, don't you think you are lying? Because in your document that you presented before this Honorable House, you've given us an elaborate report that the supplier's name, LPO stroke LSO, date of the issue of LSO, and in the remarks status, you say no documentation, while here you've been given LSO numbers. What are you saying, Badasio?
Thank you, Your Honorable Member. Actually, this is the report, most of these activities that you are seeing, the ones which have no documentation, these are the ones which were executed before within the budget of, before 2022, December, before we came in. So we received a report and then we went through. On the line of comments which were indicated, it was indicating the missing comments, like even the one for construction of toilets, even the data center. These are the activities that we inherited, and the ones which had legible, which had clear documents, we paid them. The ones which we've not received clear documentation, we've not executed.
So, Wanasio Waziri, let me take you to this document, this one. And it is from your department. Item number 3.
Chair, just before you proceed, I want to CC and CO. I want to make your work easier. What these members require is the financial year where the pending bill lies, the descriptions, that is, if it is provisional of return of air tickets, which financial year was it done, then the amount, then if it is a ward or executive office, in its own column, then the status. If it was paid, was it fully documented? If it is not paid, how far is it? Is it partial or no documentation? Just as simple as that.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
that in fact, Honorable Gladys has done so well, but I wanted to refer you to this. And the same thing is captured here. Now, this is a Nation Media Group. They are claiming 1.345 million 600. Here, there is no documentation. Of course, they have the LPO, LSO. But then, you've already paid in full.
No document, there is an LSO, and paid.
Chair, the way the chief officer clarified, these are inherited bills that were there. We only caught them because they appeared, and so we've.
Please.
Sorry.
What the chair, myself, and the committee, what they want clarified, and to bring to your attention that offices, government offices, are perpetual. If in that table when you came in, you will find blessings that belongs to you. If in that table when you came in, you will find some issues that are not well understood. It belongs to you to clear all of them. What we want to know particularly is once was procured, LSO was issued, paid, and the remarks and the status is no documentation.
Honorable Chair, through the Honorable Chair, I want to commit ourselves that we'll go and provide those details, that especially talking of the financial years that these things were done.
Chairman.
And I think we shall go and generate from the
office.
There is something confusing me so much here. When we read the status, it says no documentation. When we read the LBO and the LSO, it shows there are numbers indicated for the same document. Now, why is it contradicting that you don't have a document and you have the contract number, that is the LSO number? Which documentation are you talking of? Because the LSO and LBO is a final document on documentation. And then the procurement process. Which other documents did you want after an LSO or LBO?
Another question, Chair.
To add on, Chairman, I just want to tell you, Waziri and CEO, you know, we are dealing with a very important matter. The issue of pending bill, which has ailed this county for a long time. Now we are looking for the remedy, the cure for the pending bill. And here, you already have an LSO number, an LBO number. I think I was even anticipating when the starters to be partially documented, because you have some of the documents already. But here, you are saying no documentation. And you have gone as far as paying even an LSO from the other end, going to the starters, no documentation, and already the payment has been done in full, not even partially. So you see, this is a problem that we are encountering, and we wanted to help this county on the issue of pending bill. And also, you know, the pending bills are for our brothers and sisters who are actually the genuine contractors providing services and what else within this county as far as development is concerned. So I think you should be honest, sincere about your docket. That is my submission.
Chair.
Honorable Koskei.
Waziri and CEO, we've seen you are trying to confuse the committee. You know, you went ahead and pay the whole amount. You didn't even provide all the documents. Kindly tell us how you went ahead and pay without documents. Which proof did you have to prove that even those contractors did that too? Because already you paid the contractors without documents. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to give you an opportunity to answer some of those questions we've asked. Then I'll give a guide. You can proceed.
Okay, honorable members, it's good to be put on record that the document, all the projects that we executed, be it all the documents that we paid, either the ones which we inherited or the ones which we've paid up to now. The ones that have gone through, we've paid the ones which have documentation. Okay, full documentation. And the ones which we've not executed, I think maybe under the remarks, maybe would have said no full or proper documentation. There are some documents, yes, but they cannot go through because, you know, before you pay, it is a system whereby you just ensure that all the documents are in place. So the ones that, because we had inherited a big list of activities, the ones that we've paid are the ones which had proper documentation. The ones which are still pending, they have partial, not full, not all of them. It's unfortunate, maybe, and maybe it is a type of the aspect of no documentation. There are partial documents, but not properly. There are some missing documents, and that is why they could not go through the complete payment process.
Chairman, allow me to know which document after getting an LBO or an LSO. Which other document? Because if you could tell us, award is just existing, not an LSO. Mm-hmm. It could have meant that the award is awaiting the LSO. Mm-hmm. In this case then, because we have the LSO number, which other document are you waiting? Because that's the final document expected in a procurement process.
Normally, before you pay, there is that stage where in the account section, where they check through the documents, and then you are returned back. Allow me, maybe we can provide now all these documents, all these projects, plus now the comments as per the missing document, the available documents and the missing documents.
You want to tell me verification is done at the IB? Because of the LSO, it is the IB level, that is the payment. Now, before even writing the LSO, were there no verification to know the content of documentation? See, it's untrue. This is not true.
Yeah.
You cannot generate an LSO whenever there is a question on the supply of documents.
Mhm.
That failure of a document there will actually not allow the generation of the LSO. If it is generated, meaning due diligence were not there.
You know, Chairman, Chairman, we are dealing with a very critical department. And you know, issues of ICT are very crucial to this county. Maybe you are making us have an assumption that there is what we call looping. Looping is missing some processes in the middle. You just initiate loop to generate an LC and an LSO and pay. Is that what you want the committee to assume?
That is not possible, and also being an IFMI system, which is watertight, it's not possible to loop. I think it's good to go on record that the documents that in the projects that we paid are the ones which had full documents. The ones which we've not paid, upon now provision or submission of the clear documents, then we shall execute them. And it affected mostly the ones on the recurrent budget.
Also, Chairman, I think this is the department that we are mentioning a lot on no documentation. No documentation. What might have been occasioning in your department issues of no documentation? And also to bring you to speed, when we talk of you inherited, anything that came from the previous, before the revolution is called inherited. Anything that comes in between, anything that came from 2013, that goes over from 2012 to 2013, that is inherited. Anything along this way, I don't think it qualifies to be called inherited, because it was within the financial years and budget cycles within those years. I thank you, Chairman.
Chairman, Banasio, I think you are not being candid. The problem with you is that you don't open and say the truth. Now, for a case in point, where I appropriated 1 million, and I still insist that based on what you supplied here, Denox Limited, you've indicated the LSO number and the supply, delivery, and sporting equipments worth 1.177. I presume that this is part of the money, and you wrote in the status that it is eligible. Now, can you tell me where is my Seretut word sporting gear? Like you've said, I presume that it's been supplied. Where is the sporting gear? Where is it?
From that budget, Your Excellency, Your Honorable,
yes,
there was the one, the way you've said, Seretut word and other words. And then we had the Kikoska. The one which you executed is the one for Kikoska. And
where is my money then?
in the process, there was a supplementary, if you can refer to the documents, there are supplementary which affected most of the activities in our department.
You were able to mean that you were able to procure this and money you assumed, because you see, in the main budget, remember, I still want to remind you, I maintained the amount to the department of 1 million. And again, subsequently, in the supplementary one, the same amount was not interfered with. Why 1 million shillings? I'm asking. But people are asking me, where is the money? Because I already informed them that they are coming. Their kids are coming. Where is my money? Can you tell this committee?
Honorable members, I think that question, it's good if we can just have a further discussion with the procurement team.
Chairman,
Yes, Honorable Moses.
there is something very critical that the CEO mentioned about Kikoska. CEO, I want that you give us the happenings of the 2023 Kikoska, whether the companies that supplied goods and services, whether they have been paid, the Kikoska, whether maybe you tell us the number of coaches that were engaged in that activity of 2023 Kikoska. I understand it was held in Meru, if I'm not wrong. And also the status of the company called Tasha Fitness and the Jeff Bees enterprise on terms of training the staffs and preparing staffs for Kikoska in Meru in 2023, whether they were paid, whether the service was procured and given the documentation that it required. I thank you, Chairman.
Can you, that I need to make a decision.
Okay. Thank you, honorable members. As it was introduced by honorable member Waziri, she mentioned that the projects that we've submitted are the ones which are eligible for payment. And actually the ones that we've indicated are the ones which met the threshold of qualifying to be pending bills as per the direction that you were given on that particular letter from Assembly. So the list of items and projects that are listed here are the ones which are meeting that threshold.
Thank you. Members, we have made a consultation. There's also a document that I would like you to be brief and understand that was presented by the contractors that has a pending bill of around 54 million. And most of it is saying partially documented. None has full documentation. Now in any procurement process, you cannot supply goods or start a project without proper documentations from the advertisements and following the laws of procurement that are set in place. So we have received this list. I would like you to go through it kindly. And again, in this document that you have presented before us, there is this without documentation. We will not allow in anything to do with no documentation, because how can we allow in no documentation in the first place when somebody is claiming some money and you are listing it as pending bill? A pending bill should be fully documented. It's something that we know it was not paid and has followed the right procedures that is required by law. So what we will do is we will allow you to leave these chambers for today. Go prepare very well, bring us proper documentation, clearly stated that you have what has been paid should be fully illustrated, and also have what we requested from you clearly illustrated. So we will make a communication later on once we set and decide as a committee, but for now we will allow you to leave the chambers. Thank you. Thank you. I've ruled. Thank you. Secretariat, can kindly usher in the next team.
Asanteni.
Thank you.
financial year of our existence. So that is, but we have managed to live within, though there's a number of items that the board would have required, like requesting for a building, a separate a building for the board, since we are currently residing within a rented facility. So one of the issues that maybe going forward the board would request is to have a project for establishment of a housing the board within the county government facilities. So, but as far as most of the facilities that were purchased by the board, we have been able to operate within the budget that was allocated. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I believe. Yes, Honorable Anthony.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think I concur with what the chairman has indicated, that when we came on board in 2019, there were bills that were pending, but our priority was to ensure that we clear what was pending, because a board being up in perpetual existence, we were sure that the bills that were actually in our table that were actually handed over by the previous board was our responsibility to clear. So as he has indicated, our motto has been to try and live within our means what is appropriated by this honorable assembly. There are other projects that we would have wished to accomplish, but because of the financial limitations, Chair, we were able to ensure that we prioritize issues of rent, issues of advertisement, issues of fuel, and stationery, the basic things that we require, so that our services as a board were running smoothly. So that has been the trick. There are instances, Chair, when the finances are not sufficient, but we go a further step and maybe request some other departments to chip in where we find that we are really pressed, because we are actually housed by a private person. We are in rented premises, so that has been just trying to ensure that we live within the budget that is allocated to the board. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, thank you. And okay, Honorable Bukema.
Concerning the same, the secretary has confirmed that there are some pending bills they inherited during the inception. We have been confirming from other departments that the pending bills they inherited, some were genuine, some were not genuine. How about your case? Were all those pending bills genuine? How did you find out that these pending bills are genuine?
Chair, I think there were proper documentations for the bills that we found, and that is what actually made the board to make a decision that we clear what was actually properly documented, and we were able to confirm the evidence that this item has been procured but not paid, like the vehicle, like the furniture. That is how you can verify whether the person who is coming to say that I've not been paid or is a pending bill is actually there. So that's how we have managed to ensure that we work on. It's been an attempt, not really. We are not saying that we are perfect, but it's just trying to prioritize and ensuring that we consult and get ideas from the board members on the best way forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you still have any other question concerning pending bills? Maybe what I can comment is that it is impressive that your department is doing very well. I have not seen anything listed as pending bill, though we still need to have you bring us maybe further documentations to prove the same. But to me, if all the departments are operating like this, you mentioned working within your means, but maybe there are other things that you do that make the department not have the pending bills. You can also still propose, because we will also do legislation and also propose the same to other departments, so that every financial year as we make the budget, we would like to have 0 pending bills. Again, there are proposals that you have made that you need a budget. You see, this is where you interact with this house, so that if you engage with the committees, the relevant committees within this house, you can always be able to present your issues, and as well as captured by the budget committee, so that you can, something like a house or those other things that you've requested can be able to be attended to. You see, the relationship between the Public Service Board, the County Assembly, and the Executive is very important. Though I know you are autonomous, there is a way we will interact, especially, for example, budgeting. And again, in making other resolutions, for example, in fairness, in terms of sharing of opportunities that appears within the county, which is very important, because the interaction between the County Assembly and you, in one way or another, will make our oversight to be better, and also will improve the department in terms of discharging your duties in a clear way. So maybe briefly, there are those questions raised. You can also mention on those questions raised by Honorable Aaron, Honorable Kimai, Honorable Anthony, in brief, so that we can come to the close. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, yes, the issue that was raised, our failure to turn up yesterday was not related to the recruitment that we did recently. It was just because we had made that request to PSM, but not because of we are not attempting to evade issues connected with recruitment, which was done recently, which was concluded recently. And I know, I'm aware that there are a number of complaints regarding recruitment which was carried out. I can't say there is 100% adherence to the issue of, because in selecting successful candidates, we use merit, equal distribution within the county, but since this was external advertisement, we are also expected to recruit outside the county. So it's not only that we have not achieved 100% issue of distribution, but we have also failed to meet the requirement of 30% for those for minorities, which means we are supposed, because we did, it's an external advertisement, we are also supposed to pick other Kenyans who apply outside the county. We are not restricted to the county. We are supposed to pick other Kenyans, and we are supposed to pick 30% 30% should be from minority groups. We did not achieve that. We are also supposed to pick about, is it 5% PWD? We may not have achieved that also. So even on the part of distribution, we didn't achieve 100%.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and I want to make it known that I think it is prudent that, you know, we had envisaged this thing that was going to happen. And when we raised such issues before even the recruitment was done, you hurriedly summarized, which we have no problem with that. But then what we are saying, regardless of anyone that I might not know, when you are giving someone and you've indicated very clear that this person is from Seretut, for example, is from Kapsuser, for example, is from Kipkelian, for example, yet the person given that position is not from my ward and you've indicated it's from my ward. How do you feel for the people from like Seretut and for Kapsuser and for Kipkelian? How do you feel? Is that doing justice? You know, if you are going to give someone not precisely from the same place that I come from, you better leave it aside and not indicate that it is from my ward. The reason why we appropriated in the budget, I want to tell you, yeah, the 2024-2025, the recruitment of 136 staff, the recruitment of the revenue officers, we gave budget knowing that each and every ward will be given one per ward in terms of revenue officers. What you did? Well, you could have told us probably you need to recruit others from other wards and bring to our wards, other counties to my ward, and indicate properly that is from my ward. Do you think that I'll take that one lightly, Chairman, and the CEO? My ward is not a dumping place. I want to make it known, Chairman, that that thing must be rectified as soon as possible. Those people voted for me, and they knew, and I knew when I appropriated that amount of money for one person in my ward. I knew what I was doing. You know, you did a very worst thing ever. It's not the reason why you did all this, and we are all aware, is because you knew your term was going to end in some few days to go. You cannot punish my people when I was duly elected. I assisted you, the chairman and the CEO, during your vetting before this on the house in some 5 years ago. And this is something that you want to punish my people when I'm watching. I would not sit, Chairman, I want to tell you, and watch my people being taken in circles. I want to be counted. The Honorable Baron Dukemaro teach, an MCA represent the good people of Seretut. I have said, my people deserve justice and to be employed before this county happen. So that one is very clear, Chairman. I want my people to be given their rightful share and allocation that I made here before this honorable house. Period.
Chairman, thank you. I think I was in the process of asking concerning my word. And I don't know the way you decided as board, maybe to use Kapsuser word to fit in for your own interest. Remember, I look for the secretary because Kapsuser ward and Kapsuser location goes up to Senator Chepteroriat ward. And sometimes you employ people from Senator Chepteroriat ward in my ward because they are coming from the same location, but now they are taking the advantage. But this one is really different from the problem that I was foreseeing. It is now a worst scenario ever. And I came to see you before you hand over the letters. I requested the CEO, the CEO to provide me the contacts of those people earlier, before even you give out the letters, the appointment letters, but they denied me. From the time now you are handing over the letters, I requested that you hold the letters of Kapsusir until we verify. But you went ahead against a request. Chairman, I want to be very clear. Out of the 4 health service officers who was recruited, 1 is coming from my ward. The 3 are satisfying your interest, and I'm sorry to say so. 1, I have somebody called B. Kipkorir, because you allocate as in the column that this is the name, the serial number, the gender, date of birth, ID, county, ward, and the location. It is good you have confirmed, Chair, that you had that freedom to employ people outside even the county. It is okay. But when you have a column reading the county, I have someone that is number 2, that is number 1.
Kindly, let's not mention the names of the
I have to mention because I have a serious interest, Chairman. Allow me.
Order. Let us not mention the names. Because the people here. Okay, order. Let me give direction. You see, we were deliberating on the issue of pending bills, and I don't think it is good to mention a name in public before we ascertain before this house. Kindly, let's just ask the question, and let us not bring more names here. Thank you.
Chairman, if you could allow me, for the satisfaction of my people from my ward, because I've really found out and I have evidence, and it is good to have transparency before this house.
Noted, yeah.
Okay, Chairman,
Can you let me leave point, so that you can...
let me leave aside the names. But I want to say that the second person comes, is indicated that she comes from Kapsusel location. But after finding out, it comes from the residence of the CEO. That is a place called Taiwan. Number 3 is a male, indicated that he is from Kericho, Kapsusel location. Finding out comes from the area where Chairman is, that is Kaptugoiti in Waldai Ward. The third one is a female also, indicated that she comes from Kericho, Kapsusel, and Kipkoya. And she comes from Waldai Ward. If not satisfies your interest, the 2 of you, what else? I talked with the CEO. The CEO told me, your people who did the interview are incompetent. And this one is very clear. I have just used all means. But since you have decided to crucify my word, I think maybe we'll have the way forward as Kapsusel. We'll make our own decision and see what it takes. Because if this is the only work that that you grab 3 positions. And if you are very keen enough, and if you were to pass, sure, why come from your wards? As the custodians of the public service board. I have all the evidence. And this is a corruption of the highest order. You are corrupting the rights of right share for my people of Kapsuser 1.
Thank you. I think we have passed the message now. I want us to...
Chairman, probably to add an injection to what Mheshimiwa has raised, probably pertaining the recruitment. Even in my ward, I was not so much interested about the names. You know, these are Kenyans who applied for jobs with most of the qualification. I was telling my colleague at some point that I was a victim from Kipchimchimwa, that the same person he is alleging comes from my ward, and probably the CEO here comes from my ward. It does not mean that he was collaborating to the advantage of Kipchimchimwa. I have raised a point that probably this lady, as you had raised, emanated from Kapsuser, married to my place, or Portland in Kipchimchim that was emigrated from Kapsuser. So I was like saying, Mheshimiwa, we tone down, then we can sit down, we can sit with the board and reason way forward.
I've tried all what it takes, Mheshimiwa. Honorable member.
Chairman.
I've said.
Order. I want to give every member a chance to speak. We don't have to kindly pass through the chair.
Chairman.
Honorable Chair.
Maybe before that, no?
Let me give Honorable Moses, then I will give you a chance to respond.
We are in a very important exercise, Chairman, and the board. I know what Honorable Kemo is raising is a concern that even the board themselves may really ask, is it part of the pending bills? Yes, it is part of the pending bill because it was a budgeted exercise that it was bestowed to your table as the custodian. This was not an exercise that just came in anyhowly. You could realize that it was for the case of revenue, it was 30. We have 30 wards in Kericho County. You had the custody to procure people from every one from every ward. In such a case, Tandamas Oged would have been the most disadvantaged because we have two wards, but we would have gotten one position, but we would have had an explanation to them for that matter. CEO and Chairman, it is important that when you have that power to discharge the mandate, let us do it in a manner suggestive so that we could not have such cries. The other day, the Honorable Anthony was addressing a press, calling someone, I don't know, the commissioner from his sub-county on phone and on press that, where are you? Is network really good? It was an unfortunate incident. It is our prayer that every other time we have a unified way that is equitable, that is verifiable, that is accountable, that is just to the entire county for that matter. I thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Before I give to Honorable, I'll give to Honorable Gibet and I'll give to Honorable Chingle, which is Anthony. We don't have Chingle here. We have Anthony Ruto. I want to make something in regards to what Honorable Musa said, that the matter can be a pending bill. Why? Because there are resources that was utilized in the process, and we need accountability so that the public will know the end results. What is the report from the money that was spent in the recruitment process? Apart from that, there are processes inside, which is supposed to be free and fair and transparent. So that is why you see the anger is coming from the members, which I'm requesting that we just cool down so that we follow the right procedures, is because of that. The anger is not coming from the member. The anger is coming from the people who we represent. And this is why, on behalf of the people, these members are passing the anger. I know of reasons that maybe have been given, which you need to clear also, that when the people who were supposedly came to do interview, they are not successful, maybe might have visited your departments. But sometimes they go back with the feedback that members of county assemblies replaced maybe them with others, which is not our mandate. Our mandate is to see that there is transparency, there is fairness. For example, in our wards, we have locations and sub-locations. We have previous recruitments, we have current recruitments. And we know that maybe for somebody to be recruited, they have to pass. For example, in my ward, I never preferred anyone. I wanted those people who are the best to be recruited. But the question is, were they maybe fairly distributed in wards? Were they fairly interviewed? So that those are the questions. Because when they go with a picture or in mind that the MCA is the one who has been doing these recruitments, sharing positions, and preferring who to be given jobs, is a bad picture, and sometimes will backfire on everyone. That is why these members are maybe pushing for questions. So maybe sometimes it's becoming too emotional or raising the voice, but let's try and be focused. Let me give Honorable Kibet and Honorable Chingli. We want to close so that you can respond once and we finish, because we still have another department.
Okay, thank you, Chair. And as much as we appreciate the public service board for the good work matters financial management, that's why we get good records here. We have no pending bill. We are displeased on how you recruit your people. And I say your people with confidence because the procedure itself, public service board is an independent body. It can't be influenced by the governor. It can't be influenced by the MC. In fact, I'm a bit afraid, Chairman, when somebody came to my house yesterday and claimed that it was me who gave you names, that he came to the department, you told them that they are the MCs who are supplying us with the names. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know if they are your staff or anybody in your department, in your offices, we don't know. But it's good today because we want to clear the air. We will not get any other time to address the media, to address the people, just like Honorable Anthony and some of our members just addressed the media some days back. Today, we are being aired live. And our people who send us here, who elected us to represent them and to air their grievances, are here watching us today. So it will be prudent for you to explain the procedure and the criteria used when recruiting to these people. Because if you say merit, I know even in my ward, I'm going from Jablanget ward, there are two people. One was far much ahead in terms of years he graduated from the campus, the experience, in fact he was more qualified than the others, but he was never recruited. Which merit are you referring? And it's quite unfortunate again when you see somebody like Honorable Kibet here saying that in his ward you put names of other people from other areas. Which criteria did you use to identify that the person is coming from which area? Is it the ID? Is it the person who writes, maybe in the documents, the person writes a name that is coming from an area. So then you will be excluded from there. But if you want to know if you are using the ID you are using the name written in the document, or whichever case you are going to tell us. So it will be prudent for you to explain to us today, because everybody knows that public service board, and in fact you can explain to these people that no MCA, no PSM, because we asked CEC and CEO PSM if they had an hand in this recruitment. And they said, but they said, no, we received the document with the names of the people we are going to send letters for confirmation. So that's my case.
Honorable Anthony.
Thank you, Chairman. I don't have much to say. In fact, a lot has been mentioned by my brothers and sisters. I've also taken time to register my displeasure with you. In fact, it is very shameful for us to be discussing what is before us here. Discussing an anomaly done by an institution that is opposed to adhere to Chapter 6. An institution that is supposed to do things transparently. It is really very bad. Professor Koech, people used to say, and it is really true, that it doesn't matter how you begin something, but what matters is how you end it. You are leaving the Public Service Board with a very bad name. The institution which you used to have a lot of confidence and trust, its name is tainted because of lack of transparency. It is common sense when it comes to revenue clerks. The vacancies were 30, and it was common sense that every ward in the long run will get 111. It didn't require rocket science to know that. It is very shameful for a ward like Kipkelian ward. Somebody who appeared under Kipkelian ward does not come from Kipkelian ward. And we had people who were shortlisted and they were interviewed from Kipkelian ward. It doesn't mean that we didn't have anybody from Kipkelian ward. Very bad. So you are leaving the service board with a very bad name. Very bad name. You don't have a name now. In fact, the other ones went with a very clean name. As we are speaking now, this house, one of the responsibilities of the mandate of this house is oversight. As we are speaking now, you have not even affiliated to this honorable house the list of successful candidates. In fact, I have demanded the same severally. And you are saying ICT man is not around. Is it really an ICT man who is not around? You're hiding something. And let me tell you, Mr. Koech, Professor, and Mr. Chirchir, you did us a lot of disservice. And you will not, I wish you could hear me, and you will not be spared by God. You denied us our rightful share. Wherever you will be never spared by God. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's cool our tempers. Let me give you, Professor, to and the CEO to give us a response, then I'll make a ruling.
Honorable Chair, I want to state here that the chair of the board had no interest in any of the candidates. It had no, the chair had no interest.
Order. Kindly respond.
So as a chair, has to do it impartially. As concerned the details of the recruitment process, Chair, I'm sorry I didn't, I was not ready to respond to detailed issue on the recruitment process, simply because when we came, it was on pending bills. But now we have to respond to issues concerning the recent recruitment. And the details right now I may not have to be able to respond.
Thank you, honorable members, because of time, and we still have.
Can I also give?
I'll give you another chance. I'll give you a chance to final remarks. Honorable members, we still have Department of Roads, and we are running short of time. I know we have captured all the issues that have been raised by the members. Equally enough, pending bill was the key issue, but we cannot disregard the other issues that members are raising. It's not only your department, but also even with other departments. When you come to this house, we as representatives and oversight will also have a chance to interrogate other issues apart from the key issue. But it's very good because now you have understood that the burning issue now is the issue of recruitment. Pending bills, well done. You did very well, congratulations. But now the issue of recruitment is what we need to have transparency. We need to have accountability. You should be a book to read, because why can't you display something that is, if something is good, kindly display to everyone. Not only to this house, but also to the public, because the people who need it even more is the public. You can pin all those documents anywhere. And that is why in this committee, it will be very important on our side that you give us the breakdown and the report on recruitment to our committee by end of today, by Monday, because tomorrow is a weekend. On Monday, kindly supply it to us so that we can also be able to look at it, because resources were spent, and we need to know what was the end result. We are an oversight body. You are independent, but we also are the eye of the people. We are looking at what you are doing. And that's why, kind of honorable member, be orderly. You see, when I speak as a chair and you are speaking, you are diverting my attention. Now, kindly give us all the breakdown. Again, on the pending bills, we will still need further documentation to ascertain that whatever you brought to us is a clean report. Of course, what was requisitioned, what was paid, and what was approved to be paid is still a requirement for us. Kindly submit to us as per the TR that I read to you. Otherwise, let me give you a chance to make final comments, and then we will come to a closure. Thank you.
Before you give them
brief.
Before you give them
kindly, I want us to come to a conclusion.
In a brief. Before you give them a chance, I think you know there is a association of contractors that supplies us with some documents on the pending bills. I don't know if there are some contractors who are late that they have an outstanding bill, pending bill with the BSN.
Do you have any document? Do you have any? If they are, then we have to look at it. Honorable Kemai, as we are looking at the documents.
Chairman, concerning the same, I think I need the service board to respond immediately. There is a letter I wrote to them, and they have promised me that they'll have a meeting and respond with the issue concerning the recruitment. And as much as you have said you were not prepared for, but you had the information, was I dropped it in your office. And I need fairness. And seriously, I need fairness. Once again, I need fairness. You cannot specify one word out of the 30 words.
Thank you. I hope you have passed the comments. I don't want us to continue further. Let me rule out.
Chairman,
Yes.
as we close, I'm still pleading with the chairman that since you are the person we entrusted from our sub-county, can you just look for, let's have that document on Monday so that we can also, I think you can say you just welcome, rather than saying you don't know, just be courteous enough and say that we will come and check together. And if there is any anomaly, it's good to confirm and say what is the way forward. I think that should be the case, Chairman. Rather than saying we don't have the documentation, no. Now it's good to be kind to this committee.
Thank you. I want you to withdraw that statement of chairman comes from your sub-county. I believe the chairman is serving the whole county. So kindly withdraw that, member, because I don't think it's serving now.
I think as a chair, he's also chairman, and again he represents the sub-county.
Okay.
So that's the case, Chairman.
Thank you, but the role is you are serving the whole county. Yes. So let me give you the final remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make my remarks and then the Chair will close. One, Chair, is to concur with the Chair that we never refuse to appear before this honorable court, this honorable assembly, because we are subject to you. We are supposed to account on every bit of what we are supposed to do in terms of our mandate as a board. So, sorry for that incident. The other issue that I wanted to raise is that the issue raised that I said that people from Kapsuser ward are incompetent is totally a lie, and that I have never said that. Should be in record, because you see that amounts to something that is very serious. It's only that some of the things that we mention here and the speeches that we make here are under privileges, but when you repeat the same outside, you know it can harm me. And people, you know, everywhere in the country, the safety of the board is at stake when you make such outrageous remarks that I said people from Kapsuseri are incompetent. Really? That is unfair, Chair, and I need your protection on that. Then the other issue that I wanted to raise is that it is not that we are coming to the
please, let's allow him to respond.
I have to prove
Chair, it is my time, protect me, and I'm here because you invited me.
Can you proceed,
Chair,
members?
the other issue that is...
hold up, let us not engage in a conversation.
But my safety is at stake when you indicate that I say from Kapsuser are competent.
Kindly continue.
Chair, the second issue that I want to raise here is that I'm a seasoned public servant, and it is not the end. Serving as a board secretary is not my end. I'll still be serving in this country in another portfolio. So I don't want my name to be tainted by issues that are not true. It should be very clear to the board members, to the honorable members, that some of the issues and allegations that are raised here are untrue. The issue that was raised about certain words, we are aware that people are mobile. Kipchimchim, for example, Kapkugerwet, Kipchebor, these words that are here in town, have people who have migrated from other counties and other places and they've resided here. And when somebody does an application, even if he's coming from another place, do I really have to say that you are not a resident of Kipchimchim, for example? Or Kapsusa?
Let's be orderly, members.
I just want
to allow you to respond.
It should be very clear, so that being cosmopolitan words means that each and every person has a right to reside anywhere in this country. And even me, I can go and reside in Nakuru or Nairobi. So when these people apply anywhere, do we have to deny them a chance, saying that they are not from those words? Those are the facts that you have to clarify. And Chair, just to mention here, some of the remarks that were made in some quarters were very defamatory. They amount to slander and libel. And I'm requesting, Chair, that let's not go that direction. In spite of the fact that we have the privileges of speaking here, you know, you can mention anything here, inside here, but what you mention outside, and it is touching on my safety, definitely I have to get recourse and redress from the appropriate authorities. Chair, the other issue that I wanted also to raise is that we will provide what you require. But remember, there is the Data Protection Act. There are certain information that is about we are not allowed to divulge, but we can give you. But we have this act. What happens if someone goes to court? Data Protection Act. If you come, I can present in the county assembly, but there are certain details that we have the legal team here that will help us to address. Data Protection Act. The Data Protection Act, and that is a matter that, Chair, you will also address. Talking on issues of evaluation, I think it is unfair when you evaluate us in that dimension, that really we've not rendered anything to this great county. In your evaluation, even if it is 1 to 100%, is it that we've not done anything? We are good citizens of this great county. We also, and we want to request, Chair, that protect us and let's have this thing in a proper way. A way that is not going to soil my name, not going to touch on my safety as an individual. I think on issues of the remarks that were made, I know you have the privileges, but some of them are not really okay. Some of them are not really okay with us as a board. And it's not that we are ending serving in this great county. We will serve. Even if this is the end term, we have another, and God is there. You see, when you say God will punish you, I also believe in God, and I always tell God, if I have messed up somewhere, please forgive me. But there are issues that we can address. As individuals, we can address. We are colleagues. We come from the same county. Please be lenient to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Do you have, kindly let us be orderly. Please. Honorable Keme, I have given you several chances. Be brief and straight to the point. Let us not let us be personal or blame someone.
It's not on a personal ground, but I wanted to respond on what Secretary has said, because he wants to clean his name. But Kapsusel's name is very dirty. Because I have to
kindly, I don't want us to repeat in an engagement session. Not an engagement. We want to be objective. Is there a question you are asking? Yes, there's a question. I don't want us to start engaging. Be clear to the question, because if you are starting to talk of an issue of Kapsuser, we are here oversighting the whole county. I know you are privileged to have a session so that you can also interrogate them, but kindly be brief and direct the question that you want to ask, because we want to end. We have another department that we want to interrogate. So let us not engage in a push and pull that will not help us, because you see the department, I've already said they don't have the documents for the employment, but we have requested that you present to us, to this house, because you want to be transparent. I know you have mentioned the issue of data protection, but you always have received documents and petitions from the county assembly with all the information. We even received from the contractors information with even data and contacts. So we do understand that, but this is a matter of public interest. That is why you see every member here is reacting. And if we are given a chance to give to every member in this house, then it will be a different story. So what I am requesting this house, I know we have passed the message. You have also passed the message on behalf of your people. Let us allow ourselves time to know what we want. Because I know when we present those documents to us, we will know every word here. Even me, I have my issues, but I don't want to present it here now. So kindly provide with us the report, full report on recruitment for all the staff that were recruited. Every detail, because this house is an oversight. We will be able to scrutinize. We will be able to know and understand how you did the recruitment. So kindly, allow me to give him a chance to respond. I know you have issues, but let us finalize at that.
Chairman,
kindly,
you have given me an opportunity.
Please, I have given you enough chance.
So let me finish my statement.
I'm giving you the last 1 minute, only 1 minute, but don't overstretch.
Be fair.
Please don't overstretch, because I have given you a chance.
I wanted to make a last comment that, Chairman, I visited the Public Service Office, and before they submitted the letters, I requested that you hold for Kapsuser Ward until we verify their details and area of jurisdiction. But you deny me that. Is that being fair also to me? As somebody who is serving this entire Kericho County, I'm the custodian, I'm representing Kapsuser, and I came requesting on the same, but you went ahead. You told me, let us have a meeting in the next 30 minutes. We'll give you a feedback. Is that right? Or those are my words? It is good to be clear. All what I'm saying came from your mouth. Thank you for what you did to Kapsuser Ward, for crucifying Kapsuser Ward. But God knows everything.
Thank you.
There is a way out.
I want to enter. Please, Honorable Baron, I will not give you a chance.
Chairman,
I want to
no, Chairman. Please. You know, I have a right to speak because they are here. So,
please,
Chairman, I want to make an observation as we close.
Chairman, I think you are concentrating in a few individuals.
Sorry, I
we also have your decision.
Let me give Honorable Gilbert.
Let me finish that.
It is also very fair that we be given chance. When we kept silent, it doesn't mean that we do not know anything.
Thank you, Chairman.
I'm actually, member, kindly respect this committee.
Thank you, Chairman.
Kindly, I'm not giving you a chance, please.
Thank you, Chairman.
And members, let us have decorum. We are elected members and we are honorable members. We don't have to, let's be orderly, because we are in public and we need to run our affairs in a good way. What you need to do is, when you are given a chance, kindly ask the question, let's get a response, and we get an answer. And again, if you have asked another question, why do you have to repeat yourselves every now and then? We need to have a direct question and get answers, so that we are satisfied and the public is satisfied. Honorable Gilbert, do you have something to say? And you are the last one.
Chairman, I just want to support that since they have aired their grievances, we have also grievances. But now, today, we were just here because of the pending bills. But we are almost used to make a complaint. I also have a complaint, but I really want to present in a very respectful way, where there is that forum for the same. When you are giving us those documents, I'm sure Gishara will be there. I will also have a grievance there, which of course, the other time, I had someone employed that the documents read Nakuru County public health. But the girl was saying she resided in an area in my ward called Reresi, but the documentation illustrates Nakuru County. She was blessed to be Atas chairman. I had to stomach that. But we need to really have a solution in a very respectful way. Because when we touch God here now, and we are in a committee which is ad hoc form to solve problems, now we need God here again. We really require God from morning to evening, but not in solving matters. I think God is understanding our situations. And Chairman, I know you've undergone a hard task. We know the pain with the honorable members. We know where the board is. I'm even told some other orders were existing, Chairman, you know, which supersedes the existence of this board. I may not reveal more here. Thank you.
Thank you. We are about to end, and I don't want to give a chance to any member again. Kindly please respect the chair, because I want to give you a chance as a chair.
I need to talk. I must say something, Chairman.
No,
Chairman, I want just to say a word. Chairman and the CEO, I want to agree with you that you've heard the sentiments from the members. I would want you to go and sit with I would request you to go and sit with your colleagues, because I know this decision was made by a committee, sort of. I would request that in case there is any dissatisfaction from the members that already have shared with you their dissatisfaction, I would also request that you grant them time. You listen to them, just for harmony of our people within our county. So that is only the request that I want the chairman. Otherwise, the way you have ruled that let them submit everything on Monday, then we will be satisfied, because that has been the major issue. I think now you get our anger. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now finalized. You see, Chairman, the pressure has landed on me, and I'm trying to control the anger, which is very difficult. It is same with the people on the ground. And even to Honorable Anthony, I saw him in Facebook, and there was a pressure behind him also. And he was trying to handle the pressure from the people, including calling, and the network was not available. He was disappointed. He ran to the assembly, and we had to console him. So what you need to do is, you have seen what is in the public and the interest of the people. The issue of employment, as I said earlier, is very emotional. It is very emotional to the members because of the pressure from the people who they represent. Kindly, it's also good to be transparent. If everything is done in a free and fair manner, in a very transparent manner, then there will be no noises, because when you give out a report, everybody will be satisfied. I know it might not be 100%, but it is good to also try as much as possible to be fair and transparent, so that your book is clean. You see, you have done very well in pending bills. Now this other issue now is coming up. So for it to settle is, and for all of us to be satisfied, is we need that report in this house, so that we can be able to also report to the public on what transpired. Because we will make a report, we will table here, and we will also report to the public. Otherwise, I know you had some concerns. What I can tell you is, because of the emotions that are running up and down, maybe in the future, what I'm cautioning, maybe we caution ourselves on, again, the allegations that we make should be substantiated if need be. So maybe what I can say is, whatever happened here, let it live here, because of what you had of the emotions. You could even read the mood of everyone here and the members. That could have made the tempers go a bit higher. Otherwise, what we require from you is try and improve in terms of that transparency. Because apart from us being oversight, there are other bodies again that are available for oversight, which we can request as a house, or any other independent person can make a request. Otherwise, Chairman, let me give you the last final remark, and then we will end. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, I want to indicate that we have taken note of all the issues that have been raised. I want to say that we will present the report of that particular recruitment. Of course, the recruitment process is actually open to the public. We are not able to publish the list of applicants because there are many. We had thousands. For 2 positions, you find 2,000 applicants applying for 2 positions. So you wonder how, and you can see the desperation that the public have in terms of employment. So we were not able to publish the list because of the large numbers. Also, so we'll be able to provide you the list of the shortlisted candidates and the list of the successful candidates and other information that, of course, we have indicated that issues, some of the data, like telephone numbers of candidates may be an issue. You may need to request the candidate first whether their telephone numbers need to be provided. As members had been asking outside these chambers for provision of telephone numbers of candidates.
Why is this one different? Can the chairman can you provide the full information of this house?
As I've indicated, we'll provide the request.
Order.
As I've indicated, as I've indicated,
kindly so provide full information.
Full information.
Thank you. Thank you. Continue.
Honorable Chair, as I've indicated, we'll provide the information required. That's the list of shortlisted candidates and the list of successful candidates. That is what is supposed to go to the public. We thank you very much. I know this has been very emotive. You remember that previously we tried doing external recruitment twice. This could not succeed because of the large number of applicants and also other factors. So similarly, this recruitment, we want to appreciate your support in undertaking this particular process. Otherwise, it could not have been successful. And as I indicated, and as the Secretary has indicated, various, especially within Kericho Township, we noted that various residents made application, even though they may originate from areas like Bomet, areas like Nakuru, Nandi, but they settled in Kericho, and they, as residents, they normally provide their application. And at times, for panels that are doing shortlisting and also interviews. You know, these panels do independent assessment. And once they do this independent assessment, the board at times has no otherwise but to accept the verdict of these panels. And as you know, the panels, apart from being members of the board, they are also members of the department concerned that do the assessment. So we want to say thank you very much for providing us with that particular support that we have received as a board. And as we have indicated, we'll provide the information that you have.
Thank you. So to finalize,
thank you very
as
much.
agreed,
Yeah.
on Monday, provide one, the documentation on pending bills. Number two is the report on recruitment, both for healthcare workers, clerks, revenues, and any other recruitment that was undertaken lately. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. God bless you. The meeting will be adjourned until around shortly. The team for roads will be coming in. Thank you. God bless you. you. Welcome everyone. CC Roads, CCO Finance. Let me request, because we prayed in the morning, we have been here since morning, so I cannot repeat to pray again. I would like to request our legal officer to administer oath to the CC Roads and CO Finance.
I, Brenda Bilby, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
I, Kipmina George Kirer, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Thank you. Before we proceed, you had submitted documentation from your department to this committee. And in the morning, this committee sat and looked through the documentation. What I can be able to say, Waziri, before we proceed, is this team is not happy lot. Because the way even you presented the documentation is not to the standard that we made and when that we requested. We gave you enough time, and still you were never able to actually demonstrate that these are the pending bills in your department. And what I would like to also get further information is, we know you are supposed to be having your CEO, the substantive CEO. We don't want, because this is a key department that we want to actually interrogate. I know, Kirer, you have appeared here, I don't know at what capacity, but we would like to, we know the CEO for roads, Mr. Engineer Terer, QS, should be here with you today. And I don't know why, maybe you can give us reasons why, but we have resolved that he should be here in person to represent your department and give us the real picture of the pending bills. Again, you should be able to supply us with current status of what is happening currently, current work that is going on. We want to see the breakdown per ward. We get the LSOs and the LPOs, so that we can be able to get the true picture of the pending bills. We also need the pending bills from the last 3 years, and if there is any other pending bill. We would also like you to make a conclusive report on what the Contractor Association presented before us. So in this case, we are disappointed that you are not able to give us what we needed, and even on time. And even I don't want to engage this committee because I know their tempers is on a higher notch. It would be very bad if we start accusing each other and engaging each other in words that may not be suitable to this house. So what I'm requesting only is we will send you back till you give us the right documents, and we also present with the substantial CEO of your department. And therefore, we will send you back to your department, and you come back next week Thursday, fully prepared with the right information and right documentation. Thank you. I've quoted to you, we want to see the current status of work that is being undertaken currently. Breakdown as per the budget, as per the schedule, per ward, and also formatted. If there are works that have been paid, clearly indicate that has been paid. If there is a pending bill, clearly indicate that there is a pending bill. If there is work in progress, clearly indicate the percentage of work. Because you cannot say there is a road that is being undertaken when you cannot demonstrate to us, is it in what, is it 50%, is it 100%? So kindly have a breakdown. And again, we are interested per ward. And again, we will also have we will also require you to get a procurement plan for this financial year and the previous financial years. So I hope you have seen our format. We need the name of the project, the cost, LSO, is it committed, is it a pending bill, and per ward. And kindly provide procurement plan. Thank you. And also if there is undocumented work, and you can also make a report on what the Contractors Association presented before this committee. Thank you, and also per word. So let me conclude, and I'll not even give you a chance to.
I think, Chairman, there was a bigger issue. Just to interject, Waziri and the CEO, there was a bigger problem that we noticed in your documents. You know, you mismatching words, a very serious mistake, a very serious one. In fact, in my ward, I was for example, a work that was done in Kabianga was actually placed in my ward. Other people here have noticed mismatch. There are a lot of mismatch. So can you go and put your records well, like what the Honorable Chairman has said, and make sure that you put the right road, the right word, the right amount, LSOs, like has been said, per word for every financial year. And that is very clear, Chairman. That's what we resolved as a committee. Even the Chairman Rose is here, and all of us who are here. It is very clear. So can you put your house in order?
And also ensure that, I know Waziri, you are still very new, and you have brought us the CEO Finance. Do you want to say you understand what is happening in the roads? We will need the CEO, substantial CEO for roads to appear before us on Thursday next week. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Chairman.
Only. Okay, Honorable Wilbert.
Okay, thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity you've given unto me. I remember being the Chairman Roads. I remember when there are committee members here, we had a sitting with the CEO. And those what the Chairman is asking is exactly what we asked you. Up to this time, we haven't received. I think with the other committee, because we are making a conclusion on the closure of the financial year, those requirements are really paramount. We really require those things, an illustration, a table, which of course, it will actually clear the insinuation where some members feel like their words have nothing to rejoice at the closure of the year. For the CEO Kirer, thank you for appearing on behalf of Terer, but you may not know a lot of things. It is only that it was actually good if the CEO could have been around, but because of the element, we beseech that court to intervene, to give him that strength that he'll be able to be here. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Anthony.
Been issued on the same. So I'm requesting Chairman, the department, to treat this one with a lot of urgency. Even though they are coming on Thursday, but this one of LSOs, Waziri, please allow Waziri to tell us the state of the LSOs of the works that have just been completed, because the time is not with us.
Honorable Moses.
Thank you so much, Chairman, Waziri, and CEO. We are here in this very important exercise that is informing the transition into a new financial year. I wish to invite you, Waziri, to the reality checks on the ground that the Department of Roads is not really working to the expectation of this county. It is our prayer and our submission that we see the life, we see the vibrancy in the Department of Roads, the due diligence it is deserved in that department. Considering what the chair have said, the presentation and the format of presentation of works should be specific to every ward. So we have a privilege to be with our chair Roads in this ad hoc committee. And I wish to say, Chair Roads, that the department should rise to the occasion. We want to see service. We want to see life. And also, as the chairman have ruled that on Thursday, it is our prayer that we have the substantive chief officer of the department, so that we want to have a good progress. This other committee that we are holding, it needs to conclude its works as soon as possible, so that we go to the process of approving the next financial year's budget. So the more we delay, the more we will have the net effect even in the next financial year's works. So I thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Chairman, probably to add on a small matter, Waziri and CEO, I think in your mind, in the backs of your mind, you know we are dealing with a very weighty matter that has hailed this county, I think, since inception. Because the pending bill, which we have seen here, emanates way back to the start of devolution. And another thing, our chairman has raised a very important matter on the LSOs. We are using roads within our wards, which is almost washed again by rains without LSOs. And another very weighty matter, Waziri, is disparities in the works done within our wards. You find a ward, probably Kapsaus or Soliat or other wards, let me not mention, let me not be particular with the words that I have mentioned, that they have done around 10 roads. You find other MCS have done a road, 2 roads. So you see, we have a lot of challenge in disparities. Though you are new, Waziri, in this department, I know from the history that you have worked in other departments, and the department that you last left showed a lot of immense work, and then without even a pending bill. That means, I know, Waziri, when you will be fully seated in this department, you will cure a lot of elements which are affecting this department of roads. So please, Waziri and CEO, help us to root out this monster that has really affected our brothers. In fact, when we were chairman, when we were at the boardroom taking tea, we were analyzing about our brothers who are the conductors. Some have singing to depression. Some have are sick, emanating from the frustrations within the Department of Roads. So please take into consideration, put a lot of effort, and anything that entails that we solve this matter once and for all. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Make a final comment so that we close.
Waziri and the CEO Finance, I only want to bring to your attention that for the issues, for example, I'm using as an example my ward. Remember, this is a year has just ended, and remember, the only LSO that has been issued for the whole year is only one, and that is only the project that was open, advertised as an open tender. So remember, we have a long way to go, and therefore, like the Honorable Chairman has ruled, that LSOs should be provided so that we know how much we've spent and the much we've been paid, together with the task force report. I think that one will be important, Chairman. Let's not forget the issues, because there was a payment that the task force report on pending bills had actually been paid. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kemoy.
Chair, thank you for the opportunity. On the same note, let me rejoin what Honorable Aruna has said, that in my ward, that is Kapsuzer, and we are requesting Waziri and also intervention of the CEO, Finance, that only one LSO has been raised in my ward out of all the total allocation that we place in the full financial year. So we are at your mercies. Now, most of the work has been done, and they have not been given LSOs. So kindly, as much as we are enjoying the services that contractors have done, they are also suffering. And they have families, they have also other responsibilities. Maybe they have gone in for a loan. So as much as you are going, I know you have a lot of tasks ahead of you, but please follow up and see that those work which has been done, let them even have the LSOs. Thank you.
Okay, Chairman, it's like we have presumed to continue with the derogation because I thought in your earlier statement you said they are coming on Thursday. Now, maybe the question I could ask, so if you are going to answer now, or you are going to come and answer on Thursday, and LSO, how long or the duration an LSO can be issued after the award letter? And maybe, is it possible to reverse or cancel an LSO that has already been given initially?
Thank you. I want to give you around 3 minutes. You want to respond, then we close. Make remarks only.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, for the opportunity that you have given us to appear before this ad hoc committee. We were scheduled to appear on Monday, but I was here with a request to the chair that was here then, Honorable Arun, and we agreed that we appear today again in the hope that our Chief Officer Anderson Terrer would have been able to attend. However, up to this point, we are still receiving reports that he is still unwell and unable to attend. So I've had all the comments from the honorable members, and I am really grateful. I've written all of them down. I request that all the statements and comments that have been made, we respond to all of them substantively on Thursday so that we can have enough time to go back and document clearly and address the issues that you have raised, Chair, with regard to the documentation that we have presented. As you know, most of these issues are accounting issues, and it is also my prayer really that our Chief Officer will be here and able to respond adequately, because I want to request the Honorable also Moses from Tendeno that we are taking these matters very seriously. I am very keen to ensure that service delivery is done across the county. The issue of disparities shouldn't happen. Our procurement plans must be followed. And I want to thank the member from Kipchimjim also, who has acknowledged that the department that I came from had a clean bill. And I want to hope that I will take the same spirit to the new department so that we don't have issues that we are addressing here moving forward. I just want to commit to this committee that I will do my best. I will go back, sit with the staff, address the issues that we have with the support of this House, so that we all have the same agenda, Chair. So it is really my prayer that on Thursday we can conclusively address the issues at hand, particularly Mheshimiwa from Kipkelion and Mheshimiwa from Cheplanget. Allow us to come back on Thursday without really taking much time that the Chair has given us. Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
the issuance of the same.
To say about that?
As you know, Mheshimiwa, really the time is over. The system is shutting down. So I hope that we can, no, it is not bad, Mheshimiwa. I accept the unfortunate circumstances that we find ourselves in.
Thank you. Now, let me make my final comment, is kindly provide the documentation by Tuesday, because we'll have to look at it as a committee. So that when you come, already we'll be having those documentation that we have requested. We are lucky to have the CEO Finance, and the IFMIS generated statements lies with you for all the departments. Kindly, we are formally requesting you, because you are here, that we require IFMIS generated statements. Again, there are requisition mates that are made to control our budget. Every time when you make payments are made, because you understand, we have information that sometimes you make requisitions. Once the money is received, they pay different things. You use a company to request, you use a supplier to request. Once you have the money, you pay a different agenda. Kindly provide to us, to this house, all the requisitions made for the last 3 financial years, so that you can be able to compare with what was paid. Actually, the CEO for the department should be here, because there are concerns. And again, we understand that his health is, maybe we wish him quick recovery. There are also people who have suffered a lot out of this issue. There are some even who have passed away because of some frustrations. We have records of people who have passed away. And some even have run out of their minds and depressed. So what we need to do, and also the county, in terms of our citizens, the people we represent, some have not received their services. Some roads have not been done, while some members here have allocated resources in their schedules. So we need clarity on all those issues. There is a claim by the Contractors Association that you have fully undocumented work worth 106 million, which you also need to clarify, and the status about the same. Because I don't think someone can put a claim in a document confidently when there is none. So most likely there is, when it says fully documented, it means you can also be able to verify on that. Also, on that day, we will require CEO to accompany the procurement director, the procurement director, and also the Department of Roads. We will require the CEO and the road inspectors and the director to appear before you. We understand you came from health department, which luckily we saw it is among the best, that they don't have a pending bill. It is well organized. Even the presentation was super. So we are optimistic that you being there now will be able to transfer the same to Roads Department, because I can say Department of Health is not sick, but Department of Roads is muddy. So we need to remove the mud so that we can be able to use good roads and be able to be accountable. Otherwise, kindly submit the documents and also look at the tax report on pending bills and similar. So kindly do as required. We will do a formal email to you on the same, but let's receive the documents on Tuesday. There being no other agenda, the meeting is adjourned till tomorrow 9:30 a.m. Thank you. God bless you.